y'all can hear me. I wanted to show you guys my hair at the homestead. And yesterday, I realized something that I already had been noticing, that things had been getting moved around and tossed about. But the thing that hurts my heart is, I say, Denise, time to devote. Welcome in, y'all. So, some of you guys know when I used to come out here to the homestead and do some of my videos, I had these 3 big, huge hibiscus plants that would be sitting behind me, and those are the ones that grow out pretty big. They were huge like that because I had been growing them for like 4 or 5 years. And when I tell y'all, hibiscus plants, when you get them when they're babies, they're pretty cheap. But if you get them when they're fully mature, they're expensive. They're up in the hundreds. I have seen some $65, $70 for some that are kind of sort of in between. What really irks my nerves is that I kind of know who took it. Y'all speaking to each other. Thank you. Thank y'all for speaking to each other. So, when my hibiscus, I'm going to get down on the ground. When my hibiscus, when it's out of season, I'm at a loss for words, y'all, because it hurts me when somebody can look you square in your eye and lie. And I've been growing these hibiscus since they was babies. I mean, I started growing them like this. And so when it's wintertime, like fall time, I cut them all the way back. I'm going to change the camera so y'all can see. So I cut them all the way back like this when it's like coming up on winter time. And I had 3 big, huge hibiscus plants. I mean, they were huge. Like I said, I had been growing them for like 4 or 5 years maybe. And then I come up on this spot where the other one was, and it has been dug up, and then some dirt has been placed there like I wasn't gonna. And then it looked like they actually circled it where it was. I know somebody's gonna say it's just a plant, it's just a plant. To me, it's not just a plant. It's the principle of the whole thing. You took something that I had been growing for years, dug it up, then placed some dirt on top of it, plotted it back down. Y'all, I had 3 of them. So there's 1, 2, and there was the 3rd one. And I had the 3rd one sitting right in front of the boys' swing set. So this one right here, this is like, I forgot the name of this one, but this attracts the butterflies. So if you see me doing my butterfly videos, I'm usually panning up right here. That way you can see the butterflies pretty good, because when I tell you it attracts tons of butterflies, it does. But I'm hurt because of who I know did it. Why would you take from your own to give to somebody else? And then will look me square in my eye and say, I don't know who did it, or I didn't do it. So now I'm made to look like the crazy one, as usual, for voicing like, hey, Why is my hibiscus plant missing? Why is everything that I try to do being turned all around? Y'all, exactly, that's what I was saying. I was like, they could have asked. They could have asked, y'all. And then I'm not the type of person where I would say, like, nah, I would try to work something out with you where I would give you like a clipping, or I would give you enough, because I have more that are still babies. I would give you one of my babies or something. But to just take the whole root of a plant that I have been growing for years, it's just, it's heartless. It's heartless, y'all. And I don't have the words for it. I'm gonna take y'all up here to see. I have another peach tree growing over here, and I have been told that that's about to get moved. So it's like everything that I am trying to do. So now I don't even trust some of the equipment being out here. I don't trust having things sitting around. Because of how people do. Now these under here, these are baby avocados. These are all baby avocados. I like growing things from seed. So that really, it really hurts my feelings to know that someone will just come up and just take something that you've been nurturing. And like you said, well, Michelle, like you said, you could have asked. You could have asked. But without telling too much of my business, I'll just say this. It's hard. It's hard sometimes when you are hated without even being known. You're hated, but everybody wants to do everything you do. You don't like me, but as soon as you found out I was growing a garden, you want a garden. But you want all the guys to come do your garden. And then you want it bigger than mine, fancier than mine. Like, if I'm trying not to say too much, y'all, but it really hurts. Especially with all that I've been going through. It's like, why would you take from me? Why would you take one of the things that you know bring me joy? Knowing that I had a few of these plants that are still growing, and I didn't have to do much to them because I couldn't work in my garden this past season. It did my heart some good to be able to come over and still see them growing on my perennials, to still see my berries, still see my fruit trees growing. Now I have to deal with not only that, this whole dream that I had of having a homestead is being turned all the way around into somebody else's dream, what they want. I think the only thing that is happening that I really wanted from this homestead is that the house is blue. I wanted the house to be blue. But other than that, it's like, if I say I want this here, I'll come back and it'll be over there. I'm like, but I said I wanted it here. They took my hibiscus. And if y'all have been watching my videos, hey, wellness. If y'all have been watching my videos, then y'all know that those hibiscus plants, I've been growing those for a long time, because I even did a video way back where I showed you guys how I cut them down and they come back up even bigger the next year. I'm And if it happened the way I think it happened, I'm really hurt by that. Because why would you take from yours from someone who you know will help you have your own or whatever? Why would you take from me? Why would you take from me? And everybody always act like I don't know what I'm doing or they can do it better, but they're quick to take from me. Why would you take from me? Y'all act like I'm so naive, so dumb, don't know what I'm doing, but you're willing to watch me grow something and then take it? Why don't you start your own? If you think you know how to do it better than me, if you feel like you're on this big grand garden without putting in the work, those hibiscus are worth hundreds of dollars now because they're so huge. You dug up the whole so now somebody's gonna have them a big ass, excuse my French, a big, huge hibiscus that they didn't put in the work for. I'm glad you remember. I'm glad somebody remember, because I don't want to seem like I'm just being crazy, but that did something to me, to know that somebody will take something from me and then not only take from me, pat it back down, like covered the hole, pat it back down and everything. That's not okay. Now I don't trust anything over here. I have started a fig. It still has the little tag on there. Started a fig. I don't know if I want to keep the fig over here. I don't know if I want to keep anything over here now, because I can't watch it. And that's sad to say, that you can't even have fruit trees and flowers without saying that you have to watch it. I just don't know. I mean, everything that I wanted is just, everything that I've tried to accomplish is being tampered with. And I know it's on a spiritual level also, because I feel like I'm being attacked so much. The more that I worship, the more that I study, the more I get attacked. And the attack has been on my children, because I put so much into my children. I love my children. Ever since I was a little girl, I always have wanted to be a mother and a wife, mother and a wife. When I tell y'all, now my garden, I love my garden. I love my garden. And now you mean to tell me I can't grow things without wondering if somebody's gonna take it? I mean, just uproot it. Just took the whole root system. And since it's wintertime, it was easier for them to do it because I cut them back so low. I cut them all the way down when it's starting to get cold. And you actually can cut them down further than this. You can cut them all the way down. They're gonna sprout up new shoots anyway. So that's why I know without a doubt in my mind, it was somebody that knew exactly what they were getting. Knew exactly. Come on. Here's the other one. This one is more like a reddish color. That one is more like a pinkish color over there. This one was a reddish color also. And then have the nerve to circle it. Pat it down. And some of the sticks are still here from when they took it. hurt because it seemed like I'm just going through so much all at once. I'm going through so much. But I'm going to give y'all a little hint. Okay? Follow me. I'm not going to hold y'all long, but just yeah. Boss lady, when I tell you, I try my best to always what's the word I'm looking for? I try to see the best in people. But that's one of my hang-ups. So I want y'all to remember the dirt that we just saw over where my hibiscus was. Now I want y'all to look at the dirt that's over the holes that they covered, because the previous owner did have some trees out here, but they came out here and they dug up their trees, so there was some holes out here. So all the holes, not all of them, but just some of the holes. Here's one of the holes that was not covered. So there are holes like this all on the property where there were trees. And then my garden is up there, and there are more holes. So they had started covering the holes where the fruit trees were. And I just want y'all to put 2 and 2 together. Now, don't that look like that same dirt? Because that's not the dirt that's from here. I tested the soil when I first got the property. That's not the same dirt, not the same soil. So, yeah. People will do whatever they think they can get away with. And they will keep doing it and keep doing it. And keep doing it. And I'm trying to gather myself, breathe, not overreact, because as soon as I speak up for myself, I'll be the bad person. I'll be the mean person. I'll be the one that just want to start arguments. But that's hurtful. To have somebody just take from you like it's all good. And to try to cover it, cover your tracks. You think I'm gonna grow big plants like that and not realize that one is missing? You didn't think that I was gonna realize that one of my big, huge hibiscus plants was missing? Y'all, I'm going through too much for this. This is what I mean about people will know you going through something and still have no problem with taking from you, fighting you, cursing you, lying on you. People will go and tell somebody else a whole different story from what actually happened, and then have everybody hating you and you looking like, what did I do? And you don't find out till later on, so-and-so said you said this or you did that, and you looking like, when did this, Why did you even have to make up a whole scenario in your head, and you know that the whole time you have been the aggressor with me, or you have been doing things to me, but you had to hurry up and go out and find other people to bash me so that you'll have a team because you knew what you had been doing. Everything I wanted over here, I don't even want it over here no more. Because when other people come over here to work, you don't know what they're actually doing. Somebody can come over saying that they're doing one thing, but they can be doing something else. And I'm trying not to say too much, but good grief. But anyway, I just had to come and let y'all know that the big hibiscus plants that I had been growing for years, my triplets, one of them is gone. Somebody took it. And I don't want to say I'm mad about it, but I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed because people can see that you're going through something clearly. I have to go to... I'm being admitted in the hospital this week. People don't care about that. They just trying to get whatever they want to get. I know y'all probably looking at me like, will she hush? My mind is gone. I cannot understand for the life of me, because I couldn't see myself doing that to somebody else. I had an auntie that loved growing plants. I couldn't see myself being her niece, walking up in her house, taking one of her plants, try to cover it up where I took the plant, and walking out of her house with something that she's been growing, something that she's been nurturing. She cherishes it. She put it up in her window. I couldn't see myself doing this to somebody else, and I think that's why I'm so disappointed. I'm disappointed more than being angry. I'm disappointed that somebody will actually do that to me, knowing what I'm going through and knowing that me walking through my garden helps me. Sometimes I come over to the homestead just so I can get out into nature and just breathe a little bit. I had slowed down coming over here because apparently the neighbors don't like the fact that somebody they don't like, I'm gonna put it like that, purchased this property. So they make it very known that they don't want me here. Sell it! You don't want me here? Fine. Pay me. Pay me and I will go. Pay me and I will get out your head. Pay me. Pay me. But the crazy part is the thief didn't come from the outside. The thief came from the inside. It was an inside job. It was an inside job. That the same inside job that's making it where it's hard for me to apply for my son through FAFSA, who's about to attend college, because they have used against my without my knowledge, used my information so now their child can attend college, but now I'm having a hard time getting my child the... I will. Thank you for that. Thank you, Wellness. I'm going to stay focused. Oh, it's a little hurt. You got that right. I feel like I have the right to be, but I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. And here it is. Something told me to come over here for a little bit yesterday and today, and it's because I have to go to the infusion room tomorrow. Then I have to be admitted into the hospital the day after that. And I'm in for a fight again. Again. I will be fighting leukemia again. And for people to know that I'm going through this and still feel like it's okay to take from me. Is that Grow Joyfully? Thank you, Grow Joyfully. I was watching you this morning. I was getting caught up on a couple of your videos. I know you're going to miss when your son and his wife leave. I know that's going to be a tough one for you because you said you was getting so much help around there. It's like, I feel that. I feel that. Y'all, Grow Joyfully, I know you understand. I have been growing my hibiscus for years. For years. I loved my hibiscus. I still love my hibiscus. But I'm going to tell y'all straight up how I feel. Whoever took my hibiscus, I hope it don't grow for them. How about that? I know you're not supposed to wish bad on nobody, but I mean, that's nothing. I just don't understand how you would take something from somebody that's been growing it for years. I didn't even know people stole plants. I didn't know people took plants, y'all. Let me see. Easy Street with Jen. I bet you're not there with no short sleeve there. I remember I was watching a video of yours like a couple of weeks ago, and you was like, yep, we're out here with shorts and short sleeves on and not no more. I'm not gonna let it crush my groove. I'm not gonna let it. I don't understand. Y'all, I always have been the oddball, like in my, I'm not saying like my, whatever you call it, like mom, dad, sister, brother. I'm not saying like that family, but my whole family. I know I always have been an oddball because I like things like reading and plants and growing. I'm a little bit of a nerd. I get it. I understand. Whatever. So what? I'm a little odd sometimes, and I tend to, speak truth when you're not supposed to be speaking truth. I tend to blurt it out, and then think about it later like, oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. I know I'm a little weird. And plants is one of my weird things. I love watching plants grow. I love being able to start it from the seed and watch. I have some plants. Grow Joyfully is in here. I have some tomato seedlings growing in my bathroom right now, and I love checking in on them every day and watching how they're just growing every day. That's one of my things. So to take something that I've been growing for 5 years is weird. Who steals plants? We should be the norm. I know, right? Like what Tashari is in the house. I just don't understand why somebody would want to steal a plant. Those hibiscus have been growing for years. We actually moved them from the house to the homestead, and I rode with them to make sure that they traveled here safely. And I stood here and watched them like, I I had to make sure they were going to be in the right spot because I know how they get so big, and I know that hibiscus is a showstopper. I know it is. So I wanted them to be back from the road, but I wanted them to be just enough where, like, you know, on the traffic or whatever can still see them, and I wanted it to play against the blue of the house. So it's like I really took a lot of thought into growing these hibiscus. I started growing them years ago. So for somebody to come and take up the whole root of it and take it, they just took like 4 or 5 years of my time, my nurturing, and they're gonna go plant it somewhere like it's all good. That's not good. I know they be saying, "Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." I'm gonna say this, and I hope that hibiscus does not grow wherever they planted at. I hope that hibiscus say, "You stole me," and just stop growing. Like for Tashari, you have a hibiscus, so you get what I'm saying. For all of my plant growers and all of my gardeners, I know you guys understand exactly how I'm feeling right now. Why would you come and steal a plant from me instead of just asking me? Just like Gwen earlier said, they could have asked. They could have asked. I have people around me who will ask me, how do I take care of certain plants? And then when I tell them, they'll listen to somebody else, and then they'll say, I wonder why my plant died. Because you didn't listen to the person that actually grows plants. You listen to somebody who, just because they wanted to feel like they know something, but they don't have not one plant. But you listen to them. And then you're wondering why your plant died. They took something that I've been growing for years, y'all. Yeah, it's gonna be my job to, I'm gonna have to let them know. No. Like I do my twins. No. We don't do that. We don't do that. And this wasn't even in a pot. Just imagine if I had my pots, because I did say that I was going to start planting some things in pots so that it would be easier to move, because I started looking at how the grass is out here. Like, I kind of don't like this soil, this grass, crabgrass everywhere. I just don't like the yard. So I was like, maybe I should put down Grow Joyfully, like y'all had in the greenhouse. Y'all had the, what you call it, like weed stopper type paper, not paper, you know what I'm saying, the black roll out in the greenhouse. I was just watching that today, by the way, that's why I'm mentioning it. But I was thinking maybe I could do that, put some planters out here and do it like that. But now I'm thinking, if I do that, they'll really be able to come and just scoop up whatever they want, because they'll all be in containers and buckets and stuff. With this hibiscus, they had to actually dig. They had to actually get in there and dig and pull that sucker up, y'all. Why? Why? Why would you take something that I've been growing for years? Especially if you know me and you say you love me. Why would you take something from me to make someone else happy? With that being said, the weed fabric, that's it. I saw y'all had it in. You said that was your biggest greenhouse. I saw y'all had that down. I started not to say that because I don't really talk too much in the chat because I be scared somebody gonna come up behind me and say something crazy or whatever. But anyway, I saw that and that's what I was thinking. Like that'd be nice to put that down and then put like, you know, containers, buckets, and just have it looking neat. I love things to look so nice where you could just walk through it. That's why I set up my beds the way I did, because I like to be able to walk through and I like to be able to reach to get what I want, because I want the bucket planters that people are doing that look like stairs where you put the buckets in, but I don't want it with the 3-tier. I want it with 2 tiers so that I can get to each of my plants. And I feel like if I do the 3-tier, it'll be kind of hard to get to the ones that's in the middle, if that makes any sense. But anyway, y'all, I'm finna go back over here where my hibiscus was. I feel like I'm gonna be out here singing. It's so hard to say goodbye to my hibiscus plant. Y'all. So I still got my big pink one. This was my big pink one. Now this one was huge. But last season I had an issue with Japanese beetles. So what I did was I put 2 containers of soapy water out here on each side of the plant, and that kind of helped with the Japanese beetles. That was something new that I had never done before, but it actually helped. They say that the soapy water and having birds around, I do have a lot of birds around here because I have a bird house. I have a couple of bird houses, but anyway, that's all off topic. But the 2 red ones were over here, and yeah, so they took one of my red ones. Yeah, they took one of my red ones, and then actually put the I don't even know what to call this thing, the little border thing. Put the little border thing around it where they got it. I'm gonna sit out here a little while longer and just you laughing at me? Ooh. Trail cam? Grow joyfully. I know you understand because you have such a beautiful garden. You have such, like, yours is not just the garden. You have like a whole I don't know. Yours just look like a haven. You have the arches and everything, and it's just so nice. And then when you're talking, it's so peaceful. And I was trying to have me a little spot where I can, you know, have a little calm down place. So someone came out here and they messed with my chill spot. So the swing is all damaged now. They tried to make it look like the wind did it, but yeah, I know it wasn't the wind because we had the same swing over at my house where I live, and nothing ever happened that swing. And the wind and the outside elements are not even as bad over here as it is at my house. So yeah, I'm just a little sad, y'all. So I'm not gonna hold y'all. I just want to let y'all know that somebody came and took, I'm not gonna say somebody came, somebody took my other red hibiscus, and thank you for coming in, Life with Tasharia. I still be calling her wellness sometimes. I need to change my alarm. My alarm in my phone say wellness at at 7 o'clock. I think it'd be 6 where she is, but it's 7 over here when she come on. But it is what it is, y'all. Mama Bear is so angry for you. I'm like, I'm so hurt, y'all. And then I watched this other YouTuber. If I can remember, if I come across him again today, I'm actually going to talk about him in another video, but I love watching him. He actually goes to Publix and get the bird seeds, and he just sprinkle them out everywhere, and I love watching him do that. So I'm going to try that over here. Well, I don't know what I want to do now. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Y'all know how I like to do it. Until next time, gracias por ver. Danke fürs Schauen. Thanks for watching. Adios. Bye.